Hello. Today I am going to demonstrate Cerner Message Center. I've logged into Cerner and I'm on my home screen. So on the left side, I see my quick view of Message Center. And then on the main side of the screen is the ambulatory organizer or the provider schedule for today. I'm going to focus this demonstration on Message Center. On the left side, I have the quick view, and as soon as I select any of the sections within Message Center, my screen will change. So now Message Center is the main view of my entire screen. On the left is the Summary Center. I have three tabs. I have Inbox, Proxy, and Pool. Inbox is everything that is coming to me as a user. And those items can include documents to review and co-sign, orders to approve, phone messages from patients or staff, results in which I am the ordering provider. Work items would be saved documents. So if I save my provider note for a visit, I can find it under my saved documents section. Reminders to follow up with patients or to complete tasks. And then a way to find anything that I've sent or deleted, or I have notification receipts for. The Proxy tab is very similar in layout to the Inbox tab, but this is the ability to share what's in my inbox or for others to share what's in their inbox with another user. So in the Proxy tab, I am actually looking into another user or another provider's inbox. And then the Pool tab is primarily used by the office staff to share messages or tasks. So as a provider, I can send a message to my designated clinical pool, and any nurse that's working in that pool for the day, whether it's a float nurse or a designated nurse, can go through the messages based on their availability and time. Now let's talk about the different types of documents or messages I would receive in Message Center. The first example I'm going to show today is a result. So I'm in the inbox, meaning this is a result for a test or a lab that I've ordered. I can have a quick view of anything as critical, high, low, or abnormal. I can see the patient and the person it's assigned to. So when I double click, it opens up the result. I have a quick patient view. I can see the patient that this result is for, and I can see the result and the value. So here's a blood glucose and a hemoglobin. On the side, I have trend options. So if I want to trend previous results, I just select trend. And on the right side, those results pop up. And if I had any previous results for that same test, I could see a trending. If I want to take action and I want to send this on to my staff to follow up with the patient, I can create a reminder. And it pulls in the lab results and the values. So I send it to my pool staff, which I could have set as a favorite, or I can search. So if I select my office and I want to send it to my clinical staff, and then add any messages. And then send. And I will save this to the chart. And now the message has gone to the staff and they can follow up the patient, but quickly and easily review the results. The action pane below, if I were to click OK or OK and next, endorses that I have seen this result. I can send it to additional providers for review or for signature. So if another provider is tracking this result, I could send that on. Or if this result was sent to me by error, I can refuse the result. So this was a patient I've been tracking. I sent it on to the nurse to follow up. And now I'm going to select OK. And that endorses, and I can close out the message. And now my message box for results is empty. If I had a long list, I could select OK and next. It endorses that one and brings up the next one for review. So I could go through a list quickly. I'm going to navigate to my proxy to go through some of the other examples of document types. So we've done a result. Now, if I wanted to review a document that was forwarded to me to sign or review, those would show up under Documents. So here is a consultation note where I could review the documentation. If this was, if I'm a preceptor and this is from a resident, I would need to add my co-signature line, and I can do that by just selecting to modify the document. If this was sent to me because I'm the primary care, I wouldn't have to modify any documentation. I would just select OK, and that would just denote that I've reviewed or seen the document. If I need to modify or add any supervising physician attestation statements, I could do that here. And then sign. If I didn't need to do any modifications, then I would just click OK or OK and next at the bottom. And then OK and next pulls up the next document to review or to sign. Another type of message I would receive in Message Center would be orders to sign. These are all proposed orders, so meaning a nursing staff member has entered the orders and sent them to me for signature. When the proposed orders come to Message Center, if this was a lab order, the lab would not receive the order, so the patient could not show up in the lab and have the lab drawn or completed until I've signed off on them. So the nurse is just preloading all of the information and sending it to me to review and sign. But it doesn't go to the lab or to radiology or to scheduling until I've done the signature. So again, I'm going to double click on the first one. And this is a proposed lab order. I can see the order detail, the patient information. And then on the right side, I have the ability to accept, to reject, or to modify. So if I need to modify any of the order details, maybe when I want the order to be done, the associated diagnosis code, I can do that through the modification option. Or if this all looks correct and I want the order to go ahead and flow over to lab, I would select accept, all, and next, and it signs this order and brings up the next order for review. Here's the next order with an example of when two orders are being proposed. So I have a lab order and I have a radiology order. And if I wanted to reject one order, I could select the reject option here on the lab and the reason. And then if I wanted to accept this order, I could accept the single order. And then I'm back to my list. Prescription refills would also come under the proposed order section, just like the lab and radiology. And the prescriptions will not go to the pharmacy until I've signed. And then general messages will also flow into the message section. So if I double click, I can see a message. I can see if it's about a patient or not about a patient. I can reply, forward, or delete a message. So if I hit reply, it's going to pull the user's name back in. I can type my message. And then hit send. And my message is now sent back to that user. And then I'm brought back to the top of my inbox of things to go through: the documents, orders, messages, and results.